My name is Mike and I've been driving this 2019 Mustang GT convertible for the last few days. I'm going to give you 10 things you need to know in my review starting right now. This package includes the Premium Plus package. It's got the 10-speed automatic as an option, and it comes in just under $50,000 MSRP, $49,750, something like that. So what are you getting for that? Leather wrapped, white stitched, black leather interior, LED headlights, heated seats, cooled seats, automatic air conditioning. It's got a great stereo. It includes the larger touchscreen. So you're getting a lot of car, or at least a lot of pony car for your $50,000. Let's get to the list. Number 10, the top is very easy to operate. It only takes about 3 seconds. It's got a built-in boot. The front top flips down and makes a smooth surface, which makes it look really nice when the top is down. However, the one thing I will tell you is it doesn't really work when the car is moving. I believe it's 5 miles per hour, but anything 2 or 3 miles per hour, it won't operate. So you better make sure you got time at that light when you start to put it up, or else everyone's gonna be waiting on you to get your convertible top back up. Really, all you have to do is snap your fingers, and just like that, the top's up. So the top takes about 10 full seconds from the point that you touch it until it's fully latched. Pull this handle down, twist it, boom, you're good to go. Number 9, the noise level is surprisingly quiet in here when riding on the highway. There isn't a lot of noise coming in through the convertible. I've definitely been in a lot louder vehicles that the top comes down. The Jeep, for example, has a lot more road noise. So they did a good job with this top. You feel sealed in, the road noise is quiet, and the Bluetooth works surprisingly well, both when the top is down and up. You can hear through the phone really well. I also enjoyed the 9-speaker stereo. It works really well with the top down. You got plenty of sound all around the cabin, so you can jam out to your favorite tune while you're cruising down the PCH. Number 8 is the interior is retro modern. As you know, the Mustang's been doing the retro modern design for the last 2 generations. In my EcoBoost review, I talk about that a little bit, but you know, you've got the center, cluster, the toggle switches, all of this kind of harkens back to the older Mustangs, even the dash setup, and I think it works. It looks really sharp. I commented on that in my Mustang before, or my Mustang review before, so I won't spend too much time on it, but the retro modern interior really works. So unlike the Mustang V6 that I drove, this has the Premium Plus seats, which I'm not sure how different they are, but I did not find these to be nearly as uncomfortable as I did that EcoBoost Mustang seat. So the seats are really comfortable. They're leather wrapped. The interior overall, to me, has high marks. I really like the way it looks. It's usable, functional. Mustang interior is sharp. Okay, number 7, the ride quality in this Mustang is really smooth. It has great manners. It has an athletic presence, especially this GT Premium. It's just a blast to drive. It holds on really tight. I'm going to talk a little bit about the modes, but when you're in normal mode, this thing drives like a GT cruiser. It eats up highway miles. It's really comfortable. I really like the ride quality and the handling of this Mustang GT Premium. It's not extremely performance oriented, but you can switch to it when you're ready. Okay, number 6, the trunk is usable. I think this is a huge advantage between the Mustang and the Camaro. This is a convertible, and I feel like it might even have more trunk space than that Camaro does, or at least more usable space. The opening is so much wider, so you can get golf clubs or big bags in there, and especially compared to the Camaro convertible, which has a ridiculously small trunk. So number 6, the trunk space is usable for everyday use. Okay, number 5 is the driving modes. I found them to be so much fun to play with. You got your mode toggle button over here. You can switch from normal mode to my mode, which you can save. I changed it to a normal mode with sport steering and saved it that way as my mode. You can go to Sport Plus, which changes the entire tack and speedometer, which I really think looks super cool on this LED cluster. You got track mode, which also changes your RPMs to an even bigger display. And then you've got the drag strip mode when you're really wanting to go all out on your 0 to 60. I would suggest that this probably gets used at stoplights a lot more than it does at the drag strip. Ford doesn't recommend that. So the modes that they built into this Mustang are usable, fun, and really sports car oriented. Love the modes. Okay, number 4, the back seat is, as all these pony cars are, unusable. You could put a small person back there. I may try to put 4 people in here later just to show you what it might look like. But I have the seat up right now, and look at the rear room behind the driver. I'm 6'2", so you know, maybe I'm taller, but come on, that is not enough room for really anybody. Hey, real quick, if you're new to my channel, check out my other videos. I got reviews of the car, trucks, and SUVs that I rent and borrow. New reviews every Monday. Click that like button for me. I'd appreciate it. Number 3 is the 10-speed automatic transmission. It comes with paddle shifters. You've got your modes where you can change how aggressive it feels, as in when it changes gears. And I found it to be smooth and sporty. It had good gear spacing. You get the maximum highway miles per gallon on the highway, responsive and sharp, but the one in the Camaro is better. Okay, just kidding. The one in the Camaro is the exact same transmission. So if you checked out my Camaro review, I talked about how smooth the transmission is, and this is exactly the same. It's really smooth, really clicks through much faster than you can. While a manual would be a lot more fun to drive, I think this has got to be a lot faster, and no doubt it is. Number 2 is the performance. So this Mustang GT will do 0 to 60 in 4 seconds. I just can't believe it. The coupe can do below 4 seconds now in a Mustang GT. I'm actually sure that this can probably get pretty close if everything was set up right, you know, the right time of day, the right tires, the right conditions. But a 4-second Mustang convertible for $50,000, I mean, 10 years ago, those were supercar performance numbers, and now you can get them in your daily driver. 4 seconds. 4. And the number one thing you need to know about this Mustang is the 5.0 liter Coyote V8. It's got 460 horsepower, 400 pound-feet of torque. It's awesome. It redlines at 7,500 RPMs. Frankly, with the quad exhaust, which was an option, I think it sounds better than the Camaro. Even though I liked the Camaro a little bit better overall, this Mustang just sounds awesome, especially with the top down. You get to enjoy that note every time you drive it with the top down. Frankly, probably leads to a lot of tickets. Hey, real quick before I switch to the gripes, click that like button. It helps this video and helps my channel, and I appreciate it. Thanks. As usual, I'm gonna give you 3 gripes. The first is the width of the doors. They're so long. When you park next to somebody and you're seated up here, you open that door to get out, it really takes some effort. You gotta squeeze out of that little space right there. Not sure if you can see it, but number 3, getting in and out is difficult. Number 2 is the mode selector. So while it's fun to switch through, if you're on the highway and you decide you want to switch to a mode and you miss it, you can't click down to get back to it. I don't like that you can only click this up. It's basically a one-directional mode selector. It looks like a toggle, but it doesn't operate down. There is no down pushing of this mode selector. And as a result, if you miss your mode, especially with the My modes mixed in. It can kind of be a little confusing. I found that to be an absolute gripe. And then number 3, just like the EcoBoost Mustang convertible that I tested, 2 times I put the rear windows up. This window right back here didn't quite get all the way sealed up. I would not like that if I owned this Mustang. I don't know if there's any Mustang owners out there who've had this issue, but that's the 3rd gripe. Hey, thanks for watching. Again, if you're new to my channel, consider subscribing, check out my other reviews, and we'll see you next time.